And welcome back to Richoux on Demand. Woo, woo. Okay, so me and Keith are filming really, really late, which is why we have the studio lights. We have pretty much zero natural light right now. Yeah. But we just got back from a wonderful weekend that we did not film. We just wanted to reconnect after our wedding and everything. We've been like on go mode, so we just had a great weekend together. But we decided, what better time than to sit down and film the long anticipated and requested wedding video. Y'all have asked for this video pretty much since we revealed that we were still having our wedding, even with the
COVID.
You can't say that, we'll get demonetized.
Oh, we do?
Ever since everything happened with the world. So we asked y'all over on Instagram if y'all had some questions. So what we're gonna do in this video is we're gonna answer those questions, as well as give some tips and tricks that we figured out along the way for having a wedding during a global pandemic.
Right.
Let's get started. But first, before we get started, if you're new here, thanks so much for stopping by. I'm Ashley and this is my husband Keith, and we are in a 30-year age gap. If you like everything about lifestyle videos, family-friendly content, just everyday things that we do, having fun as a couple, yeah. Don't forget to click the link down below and consider subscribing and joining our tribe of 50,000 individuals who feel like you get to just choose what your version of happiness looks like, no matter what that is packaged as. Now let's get into the video. Okay guys, so I have my phone here. We asked the question over on Instagram if they had any questions regarding our wedding. So this first part is going to be questions from you guys over on Instagram. So if you're not following us on Instagram, I'll put the handle right here across my honey's chest, and go over there and follow us, where we post questions and things like that all the time. We post on our stories all the time. So first question, what would be different if it wasn't a pandemic? We probably would have had more people.
Oh, definitely.
And honestly, the way that we went about planning our wedding, the only difference is we would have gone on a dedicated honeymoon.
Yeah.
Like with everything with our wedding, we pretty much got exactly what we wanted,
right, in
some degree, except we ended up canceling our honeymoon because of it.
The place we were going got destroyed by a hurricane.
Yes, yes it did. So that's probably the only thing we would change differently if there wasn't a pandemic going on.
Right.
Okay. Oh, regarding the number of people. How many people do you have versus how many you wanted to have? Okay, we get this question a lot because of obvious reasons. There were limitations on the guest count and things like that. But to be completely honest, Keith and I had already had a discussion about not having a huge wedding anyway. We really wanted it to be very intimate and with people who we felt like really knew us as a couple and would be happy for us as a couple.
Right.
So our guest count was 80, and that included the bridal party. So we only ended up inviting 71 people total, because we wanted to leave room for the bridal party and the officiant and things like that. Right. So yeah, and we ended up having about 50 RSVP. Yeah, about 50 RSVP, and we had maybe about 40 or so show up, which is honestly normal. Normally you have more people RSVP than actually show up. So there was about half of the people that we initially invited who actually came, and that was for various reasons, some of which including the pandemic and pre-existing conditions and things like that.
And some of them out of state and what have you.
Yeah, we have some that were out of state, and they didn't want to travel with everything going on. So
right. But hey, we had a blast anyway.
Yeah, we did.
Whatever was there, had fun.
We did. Did all of the guests have to wear masks? No.
That we put on your choice.
They did not. They weren't required to wear masks. By the time we had our wedding, Louisiana was in phase 3, I believe, or they just exited phase 3. There were limitations on the amount of guests, which we were way below, so that wasn't an issue. Everything was spread out and accommodated for social distancing, and our ceremony took place outside, and the actual chairs were spread apart. No, I'm sorry, the actual rows were spread apart, but the chairs weren't. Everyone was encouraged to wear masks, but they were not required to wear masks. But a lot of people did wear masks outside, which was funny. But like once they came inside and started eating the things, of course you can't eat with a mask on, so they didn't have masks on inside.
There were people inside with masks.
Yeah, but not the whole time because you have to take it off to eat. But yeah, no, they didn't have to wear masks, but a lot of people did wear masks at the ceremony.
We wasn't requiring it.
Right, we didn't require it. Somebody said, love your videos. How many people could you invite to the wedding? We addressed that already. We could invite
as many as we wanted.
As many as we wanted, but we would have had to choose a different room depending on our guest count.
And we had to pay for all that.
Vows. I guess you're asking if we had traditional vows or if we wrote our vows. We had traditional vows. Yes. I was not going to do that to Keith. No, we had traditional vows. I think we both agreed that that's something that we both wanted. We both valued the tradition of matrimony, so we did have traditional vows.
Right.
And that's pretty much all the questions. We had a lot of we didn't have we had a lot of questions, but there were repeating questions. A lot of people were worried about the guest count and how do we handle the mask situation, and we already addressed that. Now, moving on to tips and tricks on planning your wedding during the pandemic. I'm really happy about this. Like, I'm really excited to tell you guys about this because we literally were able to have our dream ceremony, our dream food, our dream venue, our dream experience, I think, with the people who work for the venue and our experience and things during this craziness of the year. And I don't regret one thing. We had some hiccups, and I'm gonna get to that, but at the end of the day, like, the day was amazing. It was amazing. Y'all have seen the pictures if you're over on Instagram. I'll put the handle again right here if you're not. If you're over on Instagram, you've seen a lot of pictures. So we had the time of our lives, I would think. So I'm gonna give y'all some tips. So one thing that I figured out about what happened with our wedding in particular is we initially were gonna cancel the wedding. In pretty much August, we decided, let's just have it. So we had 6 weeks, give or take, to finish planning and pay for our wedding. So, needless to say, don't do that. Needless to say, it was kind of stressful, but we made it through it. Yeah. And we have some bruises to prove it, but we're going to tell y'all what we did so y'all don't have to do that.
Right.
First things first, decide what you want. Decide exactly what you want up front. Don't let anybody else make you change your mind. Like, just figure out what you want your day to be. If you want your day to be a destination wedding, if you want it to be small and intimate, if you want a big production, which whatever. Decide what you want. I wouldn't do something big, no. But there are some people out there that have huge families, and by the time you invite everybody's immediate family and their kids and stuff, you're already at 100 people, so you just don't know. Decide what you want to do. Secondly, I would recommend finding an all-inclusive venue. Hear me out.
Yeah.
Hear me out. I know I've heard horror stories about all-inclusive venues, and I hear you. Not being able to choose what kind of food you're gonna have or different, DJ or what have you, but with everything going on and with the need for virtual meetings, being able to minimize the amount of different people and different virtual meetings you have to do will help you. Like, being able to minimize the amount of people you have to reach out to and touch bases with on a weekly basis, it's just gonna put you at ease. Because the thing about a wedding, it's about managing a bunch of moving parts. So if you can minimize the moving parts, the number of moving parts, it's just gonna make your life a whole lot easier. Definitely do your research. I ended up going with Fleur de Lis Event Center. We went and viewed it actually last December before everything happened, because we just really, really impressed with the services they offer in general. If you're in the Louisiana area, definitely check them out. I'll try to link their information down below. But oh my gosh, like, I couldn't have been any happier with the professionalism, the decor, the management of our day. I literally had to worry about nothing. My day of coordinator, Julie, I have developed a huge friendship with her. She's amazing. We have children that are about the same age. She knew exactly what I wanted my day to look like, and she helped execute that, and I'm just so happy about that. So definitely look into an all-inclusive venue first. Have a budget spreadsheet. I know. Everybody is not an accountant. Everybody is not super organized, but having some type of spreadsheet that's calculating your budget and calculating what you're spending as you're spending it will help you not be so you know, sticker shock about, whoa, how much money I've spent on this wedding, and going over budget. Going over budget is very easy when planning a wedding. I mean, you're talking about a nickel and dime you to death, nickel and dime you to death. It's all the small little details that you don't think about, and it'll put you over budget really easily.
Quickly.
If anybody's interested, you can send me a message over on Instagram, and I'll send y'all my spreadsheet that I used. But you could probably just Google it. I'm sure there's wedding budget spreadsheets, or if you use a software or something. I did use the knot.com to help streamline the planning process, just to get a handle on the registry and getting information out to our guests, because like we said, there were some guests that were out of town and things like that, and it was just easier than texting everybody or anything like that. You could just update that wedding website and it's boom right there for everyone. It also helped because the Knot gives you like a checklist. This is not sponsored by the Knot. I wish, but it's not. So I just want to let y'all know what I use to just make things easier, to make us plan a wedding in 6 weeks. So it just gives you a lot of checklists, and it makes you think about things you didn't think about. For me, I did not think about what we were doing the day after because our wedding was on a Friday night. So if you were going to have a brunch afterwards or something like that, you know, it just makes you think about things. So we did use the knot.com for that. My dress. Ladies, and I'm speaking specifically to you, do not put the stress of having to make your body fit your dress. Just don't put that stress on yourself. Everyone has good intentions of losing weight or gaining weight or what have you to fit into your wedding dress. It will stress you out to no end. Just get it altered. Accept yourself with how you are and get the dress altered. You'll be much happier, and use one less thing that you have to check off your list, because just don't do it. Like, I know I stressed Keith out and I stressed everybody out around me until I just made the decision to get my dress altered. So that's what I did. My dress looked great and I felt great, and I didn't have to worry about it anymore. So just don't do that to yourself. And one last thing that I want to get over to y'all about planning a wedding during the pandemic on a budget, because we did not spend a lot of money on our wedding, is just don't sweat the small stuff. Our wedding was perfect, but what a lot of people didn't see behind the scenes is my vendor didn't drop off my bridal bouquet. My son's shoes were half a size too small, even though we, at the last minute, we ordered another size up and they were still too small. And we had to stretch them before he could put them on. I mean, I didn't ever end up buying wedding jewelry. Thus, I literally am wearing these earrings in my wedding pictures. No necklaces, no jewelry, nothing. Like, I didn't end up wrapping my sister's bouquet, so she ends up walking down the aisle with just some fresh cut flowers. I mean, so many little things that I could have stressed over, that it was just like, hey, it's my wedding day and I'm marrying the man of my dreams, and oh well. Like, it's something like so small in the grand scheme of what's going on. Those are our tips, what we did. Keith is here for moral support because he literally did nothing in planning the wedding except showing up. He supported me the whole time. So yeah, we're really tired. I know this video seems like really like lackluster, but I wanted to get this out to y'all because y'all have asked so much about like different things that we did. How do we do this? How do we do that? If there's anything else y'all can think of that y'all want to know about how our wedding went, planning our wedding, any particular vendor recommendations y'all might want, leave a comment down below with that question and we'll probably do a follow-up to this video. I just wanted to get this filmed so I can get it edited, and it may go up Tuesday morning, so I may edit it tomorrow. Today is Sunday, and like I said, we just got back from our weekend trip and we kind of just want to decompress, so I'm not gonna edit tonight. I'll edit tomorrow and it'll go up Tuesday. Anywho, thanks so much for watching us, you guys. Thanks so much for joining us on this journey. We're so close to 4,000 watch hours to become an official YouTube partner. I guess so then YouTube will think we're like important or something. So definitely watch our whole video. Watch 2 or 3 videos. Let it play in the background while you're doing something else. It helps us a lot. Share this video if you know somebody who likes this type of content. And yeah, leave a comment. Say hi. I'll be checking comments when this goes live.
Anything. We'll answer all questions.
Yeah. I'll be checking this content when we go live. I know y'all see it. I know y'all see it. I know y'all see it. That's a Christmas wreath. Y'all know I'm ready for Christmas already. So get ready for Vlogmas. We're gonna do it. I'm gonna be exhausted, but we're gonna do it. Yeah. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, you guys. We'll see y'all in the next video. Bye.
Bye bye, guys.
Mwah.